The Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Blockchain Super Conference is coming to Dallas, Texas, February 16, 17, and 18 in 2018. If you know of a better way to get the latest insider knowledge about crypto, to hear directly from the top minds in this field, to interact personally with 800 fellow crypto lovers, hodlers, investors, miners, traders, developers, and founders, then I'd like to hear about it. If you don't, then you don't want to miss out. Register today for the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Blockchain Super Conference. Go to bitcoinsuperconference.com and register today as a super early bird to get the lowest rates on tickets and hotel rooms. That's bitcoinsuperconference.com.
Welcome to Almost Here, Round the Corner Future Technology Podcasts with Richard Jacobs. Future technologies poised to transform our lives for better or worse are the focus of this podcast. Almost Here means these technologies are now here and starting to be used, or just around the corner, from Bitcoin to artificial intelligence, 3D printing, blockchain, virtual reality, and more.
Hello, welcome everyone to the Future Tech Podcast. My name is Josh Thomas, and I'm here with Shahar Rabin from Capitalise.ai. Hello, Shahar.
Hey, Josh. How are you?
I am fantastic. If I was any better, I'd be twins.
Great being here. Thank you very much.
Excellent. So, hey, I have heard here that Capitalise brings automation of trading and investing to everyone. Tell us a little bit more about what the mission is behind your company.
Sure. So, Capitalise's mission is basically democratizing trading, and what that means is, you know, when it comes to automation of trading, you have all these big companies that spend a lot of money on development and basically use the power of the computer in order to automate their trading. Now, the everyday trader doesn't have those capabilities. He doesn't have the know-how, maybe the knowledge to code his own automated trading strategies, or doesn't have the money to pay a coder to do that for him. And he's basically needs to sit in front of his trading station all day and wait for those trading opportunities. Now, what Capitalise does is deliver the ability to automate your investment using a very simple interface, which is based on text. So you would write any investment idea that comes to your mind using our text-based interface, and we take that text and we convert it into an algorithm and start tracking the markets for you. So now you can sit back and relax while the platform does all the work and automate your trading 24/7.
Okay, so that's interesting. I just type what I want to do into a field, and you convert that into commands that you execute on my behalf. Exactly.
We provide you with a dashboard that shows you, for example, let's say that my trading idea or strategy has 3 or 4 different conditions. And when all 4 apply, I want the platform to enter a position on the market. So in that case, we provide you a dashboard that actually shows you your 4 different conditions using different widgets. And when all of them apply and all of them trigger, you can kind of see that visually, and your commands will be executed on the market.
So give me some examples of what kinds of text I could write in here and some of the different features that you could use on Capitalise.
Well, it really depends on the type of user. So, for example, let's say that I'm a technical trader. And technical traders, what they like to do is look at different technical indicators. This could be moving averages and so on. And they like to see the price moves above and below different moving averages. So a possible strategy would be when a short moving average crosses above a long moving average. And in that case, I would like to enter a position. And perhaps I want to exit on the opposite scenario. So I can tell the platform, when the short moving average breaks the long one, I want you to enter a position, and then I want you to wait and exit the position at the opposite scenario. That could be one example for a technical trader. Maybe a different trader would like to take a look at different asset types and take a look at the correlation between those, and perhaps enter a position, exit a position, or close a trade. Or maybe someone who wants to invest for the long term and wants that every month we will purchase $100 of technology sector and $100 of the medical sector, and by that create his own long-term investment. So it really depends on the user and what he would like to automate on the market.
Okay, well, that makes sense. And so give me an example of something I might type in to get one of those scenarios working for me. Is it really as simple as I would like to get a position when the short average is above the long average, and just kind of type that in a sentence form? Is that how it works?
That is exactly how it works. When you write that sentence, when you write the short moving average, you will enter the length of the moving average for the short one and for the long one, and basically, yeah, that's exactly how it works. Or you can say, I want to buy $100 of Apple stock. Now, this is not that sophisticated, but it's very, very simple to do using our platform. It really depends on the type of trader that you are. It can get very complex, or it can get very simple. One example that we've shown before is we looked at United Airlines stock. And this is a stock that suffered from their crisis 6 months ago when they dragged the person from the airplane. And that was a huge mistake. Basically, the social sentiment around that company really dropped. And I wanted to say, I want to take the opportunity to buy the stock again once the social sentiment turns back positive and the stock starts to recover, but not too much. So in that case, in order for me to take that opportunity, I would have to be there at just the right time. But using our platform, I could just, write it down just the same as I described it to you now. Just the same as I would tell my friend what to look for. That's how I write the platform. So I would say I want to buy 500 United Airlines shares if the social sentiment turns back positive and the stock daily price starts to increase, but not more than 1%. That could be a scenario. And I want to close the trade when my profit is at 5%. That could be another scenario.
Okay. And so what is the driving force behind this level of is this some sort of artificial intelligence that's interpreting your data, or how does that work?
There are several technologies working together. AI is part of that. Big data over the cloud is another part. Basically, what we had to develop in the last 3 years, and this is a company that's been developing this technology for the past 3 years, 15 employees based in Tel Aviv. And we've discovered that we need to develop an algo trading company, but which is unlike any other algo trading company out there, because we have to build a company that can sustain endless numbers of algorithms that are unknown in advance, and each and every one of them has to have the perfect quality of service. So this is a big data platform with a lot of redundancy and security built into it. It's really been challenging. So we had to overcome a lot of challenges, but we thrived, and the platform is beautiful. It really brings a lot of value.
Well, it sounds extremely sophisticated, and if it really can pick up that level of detail, it would be one of the most sophisticated devices that at least I've ever heard of for the trading industry. You said that you've been working on this for about 3 years, and you've got some employees and developers. What was the inspiration to put this together?
Our inspiration was basically derived from our own need. Myself and my co-founder, Amir, were building our own algo trading shop. I was a trader, a professional trader, and my co-founder, a programmer. And when in my daily job, I found that I don't have time to trade anymore. And as a trader, you always look for the same things. So I approached Amir, we're a good friend, and I said, let's teach a computer to trade, my trading strategies. And so we started building that, and we had to build a huge infrastructure. And the development cycles were very long, where I, as a trader, described the programmer what I wanted to develop, and then I have to test it, and then we need to amend and apply all the changes that we need in the platform. It takes a lot of time, and so we've started building this platform as a solution for ourselves to shorten our time from the stage where you have an idea and you want to apply it on a market. So we did that. And then we realized that this is something that actually a lot of people can benefit from. And we approached different traders out there, and we've discovered that this is actually very interesting, and let's focus on that. And so we left our jobs, got started, raised the initial funds, and set up the company. And that's how we got started.
That's amazing, and I'm sure that it wasn't a clear path all the way. What are some of the obstacles and issues that you ran into that maybe you weren't quite expecting?
Sure. So actually, we started with a different approach. Our initial approach to solve this solution from idea to execution was to build a platform where I can draw sketches of my trading idea, and basically would be provided with a sandbox where you drag and drop and connect between the dots, and basically describe using a diagram what is your trading strategy is. And we thought that was very simple, both of us engineers, and we thought that this platform is simple to use, and we've spent a lot of time developing that. And as we showed it, people got excited, but more and more people, with showing this to more and more people, we realized that this is not really that simple to use. Most people still have barrier when starting to use a product. And what we were thinking that it's very simple, most people weren't sharing the same thoughts. So we've understood that we need to simplify even further. And that's when that was one obstacle we had to overcome. And so we pivoted, and then we redesigned the platform. So where our goal was that everyone that has an idea should be able to use it. And that's how we came across, just text that, you ask people what they want to do, they tell you. So just tell the platform, and it will take it from there. Once we've done that, we've very quickly realized that this is it.
Yeah, I could see applications for multiple different industries, not just investing and trading for this sort of technology. And I don't want to stray too far off topic here, but have you considered opening this technology up to other types of industries that may be able to use it? Well, let's say real estate, for example. If I were looking for a home in a certain city, could I write out a sentence that says I'm looking for a $500,000 home in Austin, Texas, with 3 bedrooms, and I need it to be. It's been built between 1975 and 1985. Could you see an application for your software like that?
That's a great question. We haven't thought about it when you got starting at the beginning, but actually through the years, we've heard so many people that have been telling us how this could be applied on their industry, and security, electricity, electric company. I mean, all sort of application, real estate, we've heard before as well. All sort of applications that we haven't thought about before, and we've said to ourselves, once we're, done with the fintech, because trading and finance, this is our bread and butter. So we need to crack this at first, but definitely, yes, there's a lot of different ways this technology can be applied on different markets, and we will get there. We will get there, and we will make something available for different application in the future. One step at a time, though.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, you don't want to get ahead of yourself. But speaking of the future, what do you see as the future of the fintech industry? Is the Capitalise platform the next step? What comes after that, and what kind of adoption rate do you expect to find on artificial intelligence at this level?
So the next step, of course, is artificial intelligence. It's going to totally overtake the financial industry. If we look at different technologies during the years, first of all, we had the internet that basically allowed us to trade from home, and this created a boom in private traders, people like me that learned everything from the internet and were able to actually trade from home. And then we saw the rise of social trading. And social trading is where you can copy or invest in other people as they trade better than you. And the next step is, of course, the automation of trading. It's what we do, our technology, and we've been seeing that people really get excited as we show the technology and understand that these interfaces are the interfaces that are going to be solely used in the future, because these interfaces are super simple, text-based, like any other technology that the young generation are used to working with. And AI will take over, and I predict that it will all be done on the cryptocurrencies, because this is the future as well. And we also, it's also part of Capitalize Futures. We're now kind of releasing something new and interesting in that domain as well.
Well, tell us about that quickly.
Okay, so our technology was delivered as a B2C solution. Basically, we teamed up with great companies such as Interactive Brokers and integrated our platform as part of their solution. But now we want to allow any crypto trader wanting to trade any cryptocurrency to do that using our platform. So we will be releasing our own B2C solution for the crypto traders, where we are going to connect to the different cryptocurrency exchanges. And very soon, everyone who wants to use our platform in order to automate his trading in the cryptocurrency will be able to do so.
Well, I can tell you that is sorely needed in the crypto industry, specifically for trading. Anyone who is a sophisticated trader that wants to get into cryptocurrency is currently facing a mountain of technical barriers, such as understanding all kinds of new terms. And if you're wanting to buy anything besides Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin, for instance, then you have to find the exchange where it's available, and then you have to transfer Bitcoin there and then put it into a wallet. And all of that stuff is very complicated. And if I can write a sentence that says, hey, I want to do this when this happens, I can tell you for sure I'd be your first customer for that. It's very difficult right now.
Thank you. Spot on. And what's interesting is that, everybody with that up until this day or this last few months that was involved in Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies were people that were basically passionate about the technology, and they were the early adopters of technology, and they came across this domain. But now everyone are traders, because the technology that they fell in love with is a currency, and they need to trade it. So they trade it in an exchange or between each other. And now they're facing a very simple, outdated interfaces for trading, and they are not traders. So we thought it would be only natural to bring that solution to this community. It's a perfect fit, so we think.
Yeah, very good. So Shahar Rabin from Capitalise.ai, and that's CAPITALISE.ai. Thanks very much for coming on and sharing this revolutionary technology that you're developing. Any quick final thoughts for our audience before we go?
Just good luck trading. Just plan your trade and trade your plan.
Well said. Thanks very much for joining us, Shahar Rabin from Capitalise.ai, and thank you to our audience for joining us. We will see you next time here on the Future Tech Podcast.
Thank you very much.
The Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Blockchain Super Conference is coming to Dallas, Texas, February 16, 17, and 18 in 2018. If you know of a better way to get the latest insider knowledge about crypto, to hear directly from the top minds in this field, to to interact personally with 800 fellow crypto lovers, hodlers, investors, miners, traders, developers, and founders, then I'd like to hear about it. If you don't, then you don't want to miss out. Register today for the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Blockchain Super Conference. Go to bitcoinsuperconference.com and register today as a super early bird to get the lowest rates on tickets and hotel rooms. That's bitcoinsuperconference.com.
You have been listening to Almost Here, Around the Corner Future Technology podcast with Richard Jacobs. Subscribe to this podcast, post a review to discover more future technologies that are poised to transform our lives for better or worse, such as Bitcoin, artificial intelligence, 3D printing, blockchain, virtual reality, and more.